I am making 6 different kinds of French bread pizza. I cut my hoagie buns in half and then I spread them with butter or margarine. You can see here I paid $2.44 for them. They are normally $3.45. The first one is 3 cheese, and to do that I put red sauce on it. Spread it evenly. Don't put too much. You don't want it super soggy. By the way, the butter keeps the sauce from making your bread soggy. Then for the 3 cheese, I put Parmesan cheese, and I had Fiesta blend Mexican cheese. I know it's not traditional, but that's what I had. And put that on, and then I also put our mozzarella, and that is the 3 cheese. The next one is 3 meat, and I've got my sauce down again with some Canadian bacon and some pepperonis and some Italian sausage. And then I put the mozzarella cheese on top for that also. The next one I'm making supreme, and I am putting my sauce, and I'm cutting up some pepper and some onion, red, yellow, or white, all will work on there, and then some more sausage and my cheese. Then the next one I'm going to put on is pepperoni with my sauce and pepperoni slices and cheese. Please comment, guys, and tell me what varieties of French bread pizza you make. I'm curious to try some different varieties. The next one is Hawaiian with Canadian bacon and pineapple and mozzarella cheese. And then the next one is barbecue chicken. So I took my barbecue sauce. I also buttered the bread on this one. I'm using canned chicken, but if you have leftover chicken, that's fine. Spreading it on there and then adding some cheese. There are the 6 different varieties that I make. Then I added 2 more supreme on there just because I had it left over. Put it in the oven and baked it. Here is my 6 different varieties of French bread pizza. You can grab a recipe for this French bread pizza and all the variations. The link is in the description below. Okay, hold it up closer to you. Okay, now can you take a bite without burning the hide off of your...
Yes.
Delish.
Yum. Very delicious.
5-minute prep.
Wow, yum.
Today I'm making my 2-ingredient pizza dough. This recipe calls for self-rising flour and yogurt. Now, if you don't have self-rising flour, you can just take regular flour and add baking powder and salt, and you have self-rising flour. The recipe is in the description below. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook. You're going to take your self-rising flour and your yogurt. It does not have to be Greek yogurt, but if you use regular yogurt, you will need to use a little bit more flour to get the right dough consistency. Okay, now we're going to start with the smallest amount of yogurt first. And then if your dough is too dry, go ahead and add a little bit more yogurt. Now, if you want for your 2-ingredient pizza dough, you can add extra seasoning like Italian seasoning into your dough and extra garlic powder, and that just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. All right. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now, if your dough is too sticky, add just a little bit more flour. If your dough is too dry, add just a little bit more yogurt. Now, I prefer to knead in my bowl. That way I don't get my counter super dirty with sticky dough. So I just add a little bit of flour, and just turn it over and knead that in until my dough is smooth and not sticky, but still pretty wet. Okay, so just like so. Ooh, that's looking really nice. Do just a bit more. You can see how it's still sticking to my hands? So that's why I need to add a little bit more flour. So I have my cookie sheet with parchment paper. If you want, you can spray a little bit of cooking spray on your parchment paper. Then I put my dough on and spray my dough on the top with just a little bit of cooking spray, and then it's easy to pat down and your fingers don't stick, but your dough stays nice and moist. If you want, you can roll it out with a rolling pin, but I usually just use my fingers to save dirtying a rolling pin. Then we're going to spread on our sauce. You can use any pizza toppings you want, Canadian bacon and pineapple, bacon and mozzarella, chicken and barbecue sauce, pepperoni, sausage, and any of those pizza seasonings that you love. My boys just like cheese, so that's what we're doing today. It's just cheese, and then we are going to put this in a preheated oven. That's 400 degrees and bake it for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, you have delicious golden pizza. Just 5 minutes to prep. Serve with some baby carrots, and you have a complete, delicious meal. Quick and easy dinner your family will love. livingonadime.com. Okay, boys, come and get it.
Hi, I'm David Kellum from Living on a Dime, and this is my assistant. She's Mom, of course. And today we're going to be making mini pizzas. And all you'll need really for this is some cheese, like any kind of cheese will do, right?
Right.
Yeah. Then you'll need biscuits, these ones that come in these packages. Specifically those kind, and then you'll need spaghetti sauce. We use the traditional one. Actually, I think if you wanted like them for extra flavor or something, you could use like spicy or something like that.
Okay.
But then to start out with, what we're going to do is we have to open these biscuits. My assistant, of course, my mom, she's going to be putting all of the biscuits on, and while she does that, I'm going to open the can of spaghetti sauce. So let me get that done.
And for the biscuits, all you do is plop them on here. Make sure your hands are clean.
Of
And
course.
flatten them so that they're just a little bit bigger.
And then we start grabbing spoonfuls of our spaghetti sauce, and then we start just plopping them on the little biscuits. There, now just make sure they're spread around the pizzas.
Very good. Okay, what's next?
Next, we need to sprinkle our cheese onto the pizzas. Do you want to do it?
Sure. We can look at it.
And
We're using cheddar, marbled cheddar. That's what we like. You can use mozzarella, provolone, anything you want.
yep,
And just
any kind of
a little
cheese is
bit
really good.
on each one. We've even used American cheese slices because that's all we had, and it worked great, and it melts really nice.
Yeah. And the part that I like probably the most about this is that when the edges poof up, they like look like the crusts on the pizza. They just poof up.
They do. All right, so what do we set our oven at?
400 degrees.
400.
Then you open up the oven and stick it in there. Like so.
And then,
And then we wait about 10 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Which you can just count it like on a watch or something. And then after 10 minutes, we'll be back.
10
Okay.
minutes later, this is what the loveliness looks like. Delicious.
Delicious.
Be careful, because they are
Yeah.
very...
Hot, and I that's why she took them out, because she's a lot more careful than me. Just saying.
Don't want to get burned, so have your
Yeah.
parents pull them out.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
then...
if you're younger, yeah.
And there was one thing that Dave forgot about the
Oh.
toppings that he was going to tell you.
Yeah, if you want to have like any like sausage or jalapenos or anything.
Pepperoni,
Oh,
hamburger.
If you want anything on there,
Anchovies.
oh, that sounds so good.
Do you know what anchovies are?
No.
They're little fish.
But they do sound good.
They're little fish like this big.
Oh, cool.
You don't think you want that now, huh?
So yeah, you can put pretty much any topping you want on here, and same with the spaghetti sauce. It doesn't really
It
matter.
can be meat or garlic, whatever you want. All right.
And then
Put 'em
after
on
this, you just grab them and whoa,
Guess what we forgot to do?
put them on.
We forgot to spray it. And normally we cook this on a silpat, but if you're gonna do this, spray your pan, which we forgot to do. All right, this is what they look like.
They're delicious.
These are Dave's mini pizzas,
Yep. Thank
You
you
can
for
find-
watching.
and you can find the recipe where?
In our cookbook? Oh no, on our website.